Good evening, everyone. Shabbat Shalom and welcome. We are going to begin tonight by singing Ma Yafeh Hayom. So please join us. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. 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 Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom. Shabbat Shalom.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, and Shabbat is beautiful, like we just sang. Especially, it's getting even more light out, right? We're really getting to enjoy Shabbat even more. Longer days, really take even more time to relax and enjoy ourselves. And we call this, as usual, tune into Shabbat. It's a time to kind of say goodbye to the week that was, think about ways we can make Shabbat as special as it can be, and ease into it. So this week we're easing into Shabbat, but we're also getting ready for, that's right, Passover, right? It's just a week away after this. So we're really excited. So we're going to bring some of that into this week's preparing for Shabbat and for the holiday. So we're going to start it off with, throughout our time together, let's go over those 4 questions. I know a lot of you like those 4 questions, right? This is your moment. Many of your moments at the Seder is to ask the 4 questions. So Landon will lead us through them as we go through the service. Let's start with number 1.
Yes, and of course, before we sing number 1, we have to sing that intro that we've heard so many times. And it's maybe not the most important question, but it's a question about the questions, right? What are we singing? We are asking what makes this night different from all the other nights. What makes this night special and different? And you'll see that as we do each of the 4 questions, we're singing, I should say, about something different, something special, something we only do on Pesach. So let's start with the intro and the first question. Ma nishtana halayla hazeh mikol haleilot, mikol haleilot, shebechol haleilot. Anu ochlin hametzu matzah, hametzu matzah, halayla hazeh, kulo matzah, halayla hazeh, kulo matzah.
I think I heard some of you singing along. That's right. That's one of the most important ones, right? The first one, the matzah one. We all know that. All right. So we're going to come back up. There goes the matzah. Flew away. It's a little windy out there today. So the matzah got taken. But before we get to Passover, before we even start this Shabbat, let's take some time, like we like to, think about the week that we had, right? We say we had a busy week. 6 days we do work. What's that word? Avodah. And then 1 week a day, one day a week, we take a nice rest. And we call that menucha. That's to rest. So let's go through the week and kind of close your eyes and think about what you did this week. Maybe something you're really proud of, something you really accomplished. Let's start the first half. Here we go. We'll get the days of the week too. It's good practice.
Yom Rishon, and we all sing Avodah. Yom Sheni, Avodah. Yom Shlishi, Avodah. O avodah.
That was a good, looks like we accomplished maybe a lot that first half of the week. What do you think about avodah during this one? Because as I said, we're leading the Passover. You know, but we know we can't work all the time, right? Work's important, but one of the things we learn is we're not just meant to only work. Especially people aren't meant to just work and be slaves. That would be the worst one. So we think about though the work that we do accomplish through the second half of the week as we get ready for the rest after that. All right, let's go.
Yom Revi'i Avodah. Yom Hamishi Avodah. Yom Shishi Avodah. O Avodah.
Did you think of something good you did? All right, I'm glad. But already I really feel that rest coming on. So let's close our eyes, say goodbye to that week that was. Bye week, and a nice big breath, and let's get ready for the rest.
All right. Yom Shabbat Menucha. Yom Shabbat Menucha. Yom Shabbat Menucha. O Menucha.
There's just some nice examples, right, of how to not just rest, but really enjoy yourself in a way that's relaxed. You're not in a rush. You don't have to anywhere to be. You can go outside, take a nice walk. Then you can come home like this girl, take a nice nap or rest on the couch. Who likes to take a rest on the couch? I love to do it, especially on Shabbat. That's the day to do it. Or to play some games. That's always fun. Play some games together. It's nice, relaxing. It's called leisure. It means when you don't have anywhere to be. You just enjoy yourself with games and other things. So that's what we do on Shabbat. I think before we go on, let's go on to question number 2 of the 4 questions.
Question number 2. Shed bechol chalelot. Anu ochlin she'a yerakot. She'a yerakot. Halayla hazeh. Halayla hazeh. Maror. Maror. Halayla hazeh. Halayla hazeh. Maror, maror.
Right. Those are those bitter herbs. We don't just eat all vegetables, we eat bitter ones. Why? Partly to remind us, right, of the bitter. It was bitter to do all that work with never any rest, right? With no Shabbat. That was the point. So that's not we don't want to have that on Shabbat. On Shabbat, we kind of turn to some of the non-bitter herbs, right? So enjoy it this week and get ready on Passover to remember that not everyone gets to enjoy sweet and fresh vegetables. And there's people out there, not just a long time ago, but even today, that don't get to eat as much as they should. So we eat those bitter herbs and keep that in mind, all right? Let's move on and let's prepare our home for Shabbat. That's what we call this little section that we do. So when we prepare our home on Shabbat, one of the ways we do it, I was trying to think of how again, it's like all the things we've been doing. How do we connect Shabbat and Passover, things that we share about them? Here's one that maybe not everyone knows. So we've said on Shabbat, you try to clean your clothes. Look nice and fresh for Shabbat. That's a way to honor the day. And some people, we said, you wear something different, right? That was one of the lessons we had. Just make it different than what you do during the week. That's one of the main things. Just Shabbat is different. So you don't want to wear things that you wear during the week. Set aside something special you put on Shabbat. Now I see Landon. I didn't even speak to him, but I see he has a white shirt on. So that's one of the customs some people have, is to put on, that's different. Maybe they don't wear a white shirt all week long. So you put a nice, clean, fresh white shirt on. You do it on Shabbat. It's supposed to represent how the day is pure, how the day is special. Guess what? People do it on Passover too. They come to their Seder. Some people will wear a white shirt. or what's called a kittel, a special white robe. So that's another day that we do it. There's also one other day. Maybe you've seen people at synagogue on Yom Kippur. That's another day. But on all these days, the idea is to show what a pure, our hearts can be pure. We can be pure and good people. We're gonna put on some white shirts and look nice and clean and special to try and really show how we can do that and really make it feel like it's really happening, not just inside of us, but even outside of us. It helps our behavior when we see it. So maybe set aside a white shirt. You can go into your closets, get ready for the holiday, get ready for Passover. Pull one aside. All right. Landon, maybe give them a little thinking about their closets and their shirt music.
Yes. Should we sing a little nigun, my friends? Do we know our Kane Street nigun? You can sing it with me. Yada da 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 da, yada da 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 da, yada da 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 da, yada da 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 da, yada da 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 da, yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da, yada da 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 da, yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da, yada da 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 da, yada da 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 da.
Okay, with those longer days, I think we have a little more time. Stroll over to Kane Street, right? Take in the little of the synagogue. Let's stand outside, and if you listen closely, I hear some Shabbat singing in there. Let's join in. Landon will help us.
Bim bum, bim 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 bum, bim 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 bum, cheery beery beery bim bum, bim 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 bum, bim 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 bum. Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat 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 shalom, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, cheery beery beery bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam.
Now we're really feeling the Shabbat spirit with Bim Bam. Number 3. Let's do the next question. All right.
שבכל הלילות אין אנו מטבילים אפילו פעם אחת, אפילו פעם אחת. הלילה הזה שטף ימים, הלילה הזה שטף ימים.
That's right. We dip twice. I really like the first dip. I bet maybe some of you who likes the parsley step. Remember the parsley into salt water? People have different vegetables they dip, but that's what we do, and a lot of other people do it. That's called karpas. It's kind of the spring vegetable, but we dip it back to that bitter. We dip it into the salt water a little bit. So we kind of combine. There's freedom in spring. We're moving towards a life of freedom, but we remember, like I said, once we were slaves, but not just us. There's still people out there who are enslaved in some way, that aren't treated right, that have to work jobs where they're not treated properly, or live in places where they're not given the ability to act freely, maybe choose whatever religion they want, choose whatever jobs they want. So all those things we think about when we combine these two things, and we have to remember, we're moving towards freedom, but don't forget that the reason we're doing the Seder, a big part, is to make sure that we continue to help make sure that everyone lives a free life. especially thinking of that this week, because it's been sad to see some people just because of their being looking different, or some people thinking that they're not a part of our people like everyone else in this country. We've been hurting those people. That's not right. We don't want that to happen, right? So this is again the idea that we have to make sure that the place where we live is a place where everybody has the same respect, that we respect everyone, and we realize we're all in this together. We're all sharing this country. That's what makes this such a great place. All right, so that's the third question. Let's head back home after we've had our visit and some more matzah, because we like to say if we prepared our home well, like we talked about doing earlier, got our nice clothes on, we have some guests. That's one of the reasons we like to look nice too. These guests, even if you don't see them, they might be flying around. These are angels that we sing about who come to our home on Shabbat. They come, they look around. If it's all prepared well, they bless, and then they leave us to enjoy our Shabbat. So I think if we sing together, some of those angels might appear for us.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leshalom, Malachei hashalom, Malachei elyon. Mi melech Malachei hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni leshalom, Malachei hashalom, Malachei elyon. Mi melech Malachei hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Sechem leshalom, Malachei hashalom, Malachei elyon. Mi melech Malachei hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu.
Thanks for helping get those angels to come. Did you notice what they were wearing? White, right? That's another idea. That's another reason people like to try to look up to the angels, kind of like show that they're kind of can almost be angel-like. That's what we kind of look at. So we also wear white. Another reason. While I like the angels, we have other fun guests, right? This is one of our most fun guests at Synagogue, and sometimes this guest can come to your home too. I hear her making her way up my steps now. Yes, Tamar, the dinosaur. Can you help me sing about all the things we do on Shabbat with Tamar? Here we go. There's a dinosaur knocking at my door. Knock, knock, 1, 2, 3. There's a dinosaur knocking at my door, and she wants to spend Shabbat with me. Well, she likes to light the candles. Ping, ping. And she likes to drink the wine. Whoa, 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 whoa. And she likes to eat the challah. Yum, 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 yum. She does it all the time. There's a dinosaur knocking at my door. Knock, knock, 1, 2, 3. There's a dinosaur knocking at my door, and she wants to spend Shabbat with me and you and all of us. Thank you, Tamar. Thanks for being here. You know, I was just thinking, if we had just had the angels, that would have been great. If we had just had Tamar, that would have been enough. If we had just had challah, it reminds me of a song. Maybe, Tamar, hang around. Let's do one other Passover song together.
How many of us think we know how to sing Dayenu? It would have been enough. Oh, sing it with me. Ilu Hotzianu mi Mitzrayim, Hotzianu mi Mitzrayim, Dayenu, 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 Daenu.
That was a great preview of the Seder, right? We're really getting into it now. So, Daenu, it would have been enough. Tamar, thank you for making Shabbat special by just your being here. All right, what do we call this next part? We call it Ele HaDivarim. These are the words, kind of like a word of the week. So, I know you know how to greet people on Shabbat. What do you say? You say Shabbat Shalom, right? You wish someone a peaceful Shabbat. Hello on Shabbat. So what about on Passover? What do we say? I thought we should go over that so you're all ready for when the holiday arrives. So we say, right? Let's say it together. Chag Sameach. So we have two words there. Chag, that means holiday, and Sameach means happy. So it really just means happy holiday. Now sometimes people will say it means also joyous festival. That's a fancy way of saying happy holiday. But the reason we call it a festival, we have 3 holidays that are festivals. Those are the real ones that we call Chag, a holiday. Passover, first one, it's coming up. Starts in the spring, the first Chag. Then we have Shavuot. That's when we leave Egypt, we arrive to Mount Sinai and get the Torah. That's the second Chag. And then the third one is when we then go away from the mountain, take on our long trip to the land of Israel. That's a trip that we're on in the story, but also all of us are trying to get to a better place, a better world. That last holiday is called Sukkot. That's when we go outside and live in those huts, right? Celebrate those huts and have time in there and meals in there. So those are the 3 festivals or chags. So when you say Chag Sameach, those are the ones where you really want to use that expression. So that's really where they come from. So an early Chag Sameach. And I think now's a good time for us to do, after we've wished each other a Chag Sameach, the 4th of our 4 questions. Get ready.
Shebechol halelot anu ochlin ben yoshvinu ve'mesubin ben yoshvinu ve'mesubin halayla chazeh kulanu mesubin halayla chazeh kulanu mesubin.
I've really taken it to heart, haven't I? Look, I'm really reclining in my chairs. Landon gave us the fourth question. All right, let me sit back up. It's still Shabbat, but on Passover, that's one of the things you really get to do that's kind of special, right? You get to really make sure you're reclining and relaxing and celebrating being free. So that's the last of our 4 questions. So it's getting later. It's not quite this dark. I know I have to update our images. Maybe it's still a little light, but Shabbat's getting closer and closer. So let's sing that song as the trees are starting to bloom. We get what's called buds first, and then they bloom into flowers. So this song talks about that, and talks about when we see these trees, we think about really strong people who do good acts and help other people. So let's sing this together and really start it when you go outside. Really pay attention to the trees, those buds and those flowers that are on them. I'm going to lead some walks. I'll send out a message. I'm going to lead some walks during Passover, which is called Chag HaAviv, the holiday of spring, so we can really appreciate those trees that are blooming right now. Say blessings for them. All right, Landon, give us the song.
Tzadika Tamar Yifrach Ke'erez Balvanon Iskei Shetulim Beveit Adonai Bechatzrot Eloheinu Yafri. Yeshenim Verananim Yiyu Lehagid Ki Ashar Adonai Tsuri Velo Avla Tabo.
Landon, I like that last note. I really felt the trees with that last nice, strong, extra long notes. All right, like those extra long trees, the cedar of Lebanon. That's a tall one right there.
Beautiful tree.
Yes. So it's like I said, Shabbat starting a little later now. So we're not going to light our candles just yet. But maybe we'll sing a song to get you in the mood for the lighting of your candles shortly, okay? So we'll sing this and we'll say goodbye.
These are my little Shabbat lights. I'm gonna let them shine. These are my little Shabbat lights. I'm gonna let them shine. These are my little Shabbat lights. I'm gonna let them shine. Let them shine, let them shine, let them shine. Now we want them to bright for as long as they can. Don't let anyone poof them out. I'm gonna let them shine. Don't let anyone poof them out. I'm gonna let them shine. Don't let anyone poof them out. I'm gonna let them shine. Let them shine, let them shine, let them shine. And our lights are not just our lights. They're part of lights that are being lit all around the world as people everywhere celebrate the beauty, special, and holiness of Shabbat. So we like to think of our lights around the world. Are you ready? All around the world, yes. I'm gonna let them shine. All around the world, yes. I'm gonna let them shine. One more time. All around the world, yes. I'm gonna let them shine, let them shine, let them shine, let them shine.
All right, well, wishing everyone a Shabbat Shalom. Let your light shine bright this evening as we start Shabbat, and wishing you a peaceful and restful Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. We'll see you after Passover. We'll be back, all right? So,
Shabbat
Shabbat
Shalom.
Shalom and Chag Sameach.